Hello, guys. Welcome back to SWF Boxing. Delighted to be joined with Calum Turnbull. He is now 4-0 with one knockout, and he's fighting this Saturday for the Scottish Super Bantamweight title against Dylan Arbuckle over 10 rounds. We'll get into that fight in a minute. But how are you? How are you?
I'm good, mate. I'm good. I'm just busy training, working, just same old, same old.
And you fought back in February, I do believe, and you got your first and you got a second round TKO.
Yeah, that's correct, pal.
After the first round, did you know that you were going to stop him?
I wasn't going in my head. I wasn't really sure that I was going to stop him. I did think, well, actually, no, you know what? In saying that, I probably did think I was going to stop him because I just had so much energy in me that night. We had a bit of a kerfuffle of that show. Like my head just wasn't really in it, and just by the time the fight came, I just wanted it to be over. So my full intentions going into that fight was to take someone's head off. So, but I didn't expect to stop it by body shot. You know, I did kind of expect it just to be a throw in the towel situation because he was quite tough. You know, boy took some heavy shots off me, and he stood standing, but then. Just the final left uppercut to the body just took him, and Kevin McIntyre, the referee, speaking to him afterwards, you know, and he said he literally just saw the boy's soul get sucked out of his body the minute that shot landed. So he had to call it. So yeah, from there on we knew we had it.
Yeah, because I think if I'm not sure if it's the person I'm thinking about or if it's your opponent, but I think I've seen him fight in the UK, like a local show to me before.
Yeah, he's fought quite a few Scottish lads, you know, fought quite a few Scottish names. It's funny, Arbuckle, who I'm fighting, that was the first boy he knocked out. He got they threw in the towel with him. So it's quite interesting. Obviously, me and him now facing each other,
Well, you're
knocking out
1-0
10
up
boys.
on him already, aren't you? Because you stopped him in the second, then he stopped him in the third.
I had one round up.
But how did it feel getting like a stoppage win?
Yeah, it felt absolutely amazing. You know, I've said after each fight we look to improve, and I even said in one of my social media statuses, I'm really looking to step up my work, finishing fights early, just to show everyone I'm not just going in trying to be a tidy boxer. I want to get the rounds, but I want to get the knockout percentages. You know.
And you said in June to me, you said that strap will be coming by the end of the year, and here we are.
That's it. We're nearly there. Like we're nearly past the threshold.
And it's fight week, and have you finished camp? And if so, has it been the best camp of your career so far?
Yeah, well, we're still in process of it. No, not so much camp, but just taking over, keeping the body moving. So like today, I did my 4 miles and then my last sauna session, just to keep the water weight down. And then just home after work, chilled out. So then tomorrow it'll be another running session, and then Wednesday will be my last training session on pads, just quick, sharp pads, and that'll be it. And yeah, no, the camp for this has been absolutely fantastic. I've had numerous good sparring partners. I was sparring with Paul Butler, Nathaniel Collins, my other sparring partner, Aidan, who I regularly spar with. He's been keeping me busy at home. So no, we have had a really good, successful sparring sessions throughout this camp.
I mean, Nathaniel Collins is the British champion at featherweight, I think.
Yeah, that's right. Aye.
Yeah. And he got a knockout on TNT Sport in, I think it was 25 seconds or something.
Yeah, it was something ridiculously quick. Like, yeah.
Was it good sharing rounds with like a British champion?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, just loads. Obviously, loads of knowledge. It was nice for him to pass down to me, and yeah, and it was just a pleasure to share the ring and learn a few tips. And I mean, it was quite nice as well going in with another southpaw. He even said so himself to me. Like he's only used to sparring orthodox. It's the same as me. So I mean, I took a lot more shots than he did, but I mean, it was a bit of a chess match. You know, he hit me, I hit him, but
Yeah.
I know it was absolutely brilliant experience, and he's an absolute gentleman.
Who else did you say you sparred? Aiden as
I
well.
sparred him with Paul Butler.
Oh, Paul.
Yeah, no, I was sparring with him down in Esmeal Port. So I sparred with him over 2 days, just getting 6 rounds in each day, and then yeah, no, that was absolutely brilliant.
That's incredible, mate. You've shed the
Yeah,
ring of the
world
world
champion.
champion.
Well, that's it, mate. And again, just it was good being in with someone with brilliant ring craft, you know. And it was just again getting all this knowledge off someone else, getting passed down, and it was nice, you know.
Mm-hmm. Is Dylan also a southpaw? Or has you been sparring southpaws?
I'm not actually too sure. No, I think he's right-handed. I think. Um, I'm pretty sure. I think he's right-handed. I'm not too sure to be honest.
So do you always spar sometimes mostly southpaws or orthodox, or do you just tend to mix it up?
No, I'll get him with anyone, but that's the one thing I rarely get the chance to do is get to spar a southpaw. I've always just come up against orthodox all the time, to be honest, mate. So I mean, it's weird. I mean, I quite actually prefer getting in with another left-handed fighter. You know, I can read them a bit better, and you'd think with the amount of sparring I've done with right-handed folk, you know, I'd be used to dodging and that, but nah, they always sneak one in.
Mm-hmm. Of course, you're back at the Drum Rossi Hotel in Inverness. Have you got an army coming out from this one as you always do?
Yeah, well, again, back in my hometown. I think so far about 125 tickets I've sold. And yeah, so I think we've probably got about 400 folk coming to this one. We've got a new stablemate, Lorna Redfern. She's my coach's daughter. She was British ABA champion in the army. She's the one that actually got me sparring with Paul Butler because she used to box with him as an amateur for the Vauxhall Hall Boxing Club. Club. I think it was called. So she got in touch with Peter Phelan and said, "Oh, I've got someone who could spar with Paul Butler if they're wanting him." And thankfully, Paul was open to the idea of it, and he invited us down for the weekend. And yeah, it was just absolutely brilliant.
Good stuff. Is she one to look out for on that card?
Absolutely, absolutely. First ever female professional from Inverness, so that's a bit of history itself being
Mm.
made. Um, yeah, very very good fighter. I remember when I was younger, she used to leather me from ring post to ring post, like. Um, but yeah, no, definitely one to watch out for.
And Aiden and George as well are fighting on it.
Yeah, both of them two are fighting again.
So four wins.
I think that'll be the plan. Like that's certainly what we're all going for. We don't tend to let the home crowd down.
So so is there only 4 fights on the card? So you
There's
thought.
only 4 fights on the bill. Yeah,
So your coach is going to be ringside. Then he's going to go. He's going to be busy, isn't he?
yeah. He's not gonna have a break. Unfortunately, he'll be jumping in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out throughout the whole night.
Is this your first time like topping the bill?
No, no, no. I topped the bill on my debut, and I've topped the bill two or three times at the
Oh
Drumossie.
yeah, yeah. You did. Sorry. Yes.
I topped it with Stephen Jackson, Reese Taylor, and
Merrifield.
huh?
Did you
Luke
win the
Merrifield. That was
Merrifield?
yeah, no, that was in Fife.
Oh,
That was
I
it.
think that
That
was
was in
Nathan who
Fife.
was headlining.
Yeah, yeah, he was the headliner that night.
But do you feel any pressure going into it? Is like it's your hometown and it's title fight.
No, no, it's again. I've really boxed away recently. I mean, I've only boxed away 2 times or so, you know, and it's just something I've gotten used to now. No, if I'm being honest, I don't feel any pressure at all.
Mm-hmm. Have you
Um,
studied your opponent?
Not really. It's nothing I won't find out on the night, you know. Um, I mean, I know a wee bit about him. We used to spar together when when we were amateurs, when we were boxing for Scotland together. So we had a couple of spars then, but obviously I can't go off anything off that. But obviously we were amateurs at the same time, you know. So I mean, safe to say we know a bit about each other, you know.
Of course, he's got the 2 knockouts, and you've got the knockout. Does the fight go the distance, or the usual saying, if it comes, it comes?
Well, if it comes, it comes. You know, it's yourself. Every fighter, you don't go looking for a knockout. You let it come to you because that's how mistakes are made. You know, so it'll certainly be an interesting 50-50 fight, in my opinion. Both a step up for both of us. You know, I've said to my promoter manager from the start, I'm not going to be one of these boys that gets in with 10, 15 journeymen before they get in with a decent opponent. I'm out here to prove myself. I'm not out here to show off or boast about a record against 15, 10 journeymen.
Yeah,
I want to
because
fight them.
many people would some people I've seen build up their record to 10, 11 and 0, and then when they get a big opportunity, they
They
get
get beat
unstuck
on
because they
on
haven't had a
TV.
test.
Yeah, exactly. So
But with
as
you and
soon as
Dylan, you're straight into.
we're
I mean,
straight to
he's three
business,
and
and
zero.
I
You're
think
4-0. I mean,
both of us are going for the win. Both of us are going for the title. So yeah, it'll certainly be an interesting fight. You know, you get people that like they can watch a fight and they'll go, "Oh well, we know who's won just from watching it." You know, no, I'm sure it's gonna be very interesting watching me and Dylan go 10 rounds. You know,
mm-hmm.
well that's it. That's if it goes 10 rounds. You know.
Do you What does the Scottish title mean to you?
Well, national champion. You're the best in your country. You know, so I mean that in a sense, you know, it would mean a lot. You know, it's like winning your first national title as an amateur. My first title I won was the Open title, and that meant the absolute world to me.
How many weeks' notice have you got for the fight, and how did this fight come about?
So I mean, it's just again after every fight, I've said to Stevie, my manager, I want a test. I want a title fight. I want it all. And you know, he was a bit hesitant at first. He says, "Look, you're gonna build your record, such and such." And I says, "Look, I don't care if it's not a title fight. Just get me someone who's gonna come and try and take me out, because that's the only way I'm gonna get tested, and it's the only way I'm gonna keep interested in this sport." You
Mm-hmm.
know. So yeah, just one day out of the blue, I got a phone call, and he asked me if I wanted a title fight, and it just went from there. Gave it a couple of days and said, right, that's it, confirmed. I didn't know who I was fighting. He just says, you want a title
As soon
fight?
as you heard the word Scottish title fight, you just said, yeah.
I just said, I don't care who it is, get me in with them. I knew, I knew for a fact that it would be someone decent, you know, because I've said it to Stevie. I want someone with an unbeaten record. The one thing that really bugs me is you see these boys with title fights against certain degree of opponents, you know, that don't look that great. No, that aren't that great in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
And then when they win, they're, oh, I am the, you know, and for me, it's all about the opposition you're fighting. You know, I know myself. I've got good opposition up against this fight, and I'm looking forward to it. Um, you know, so it'll be a huge win for us. You know,
What can fans expect from you Saturday night?
pardon.
What can fans expect from you?
Lots of fireworks. I can tell you that. Like honestly, I'm feeling fit. I'm honestly I'm ready to go 12 rounds. Like you know, so it's just I'm feeling fit, feeling ready. I'm just excited to showcase it come Saturday night.
Mm-hmm. Did you ever think of because of course you had a 6 rounder, then you got the knockout, which was scheduled for 6. Did you ever think about doing an 8 rounder, then the 10 rounds, or did you just think, after I've done a 6, I'm available to go for a title? So
no, we were scheduled to do an 8 rounder, because we had a show planned. We had a show cancelled this year already, due to complications with the hotel and whatnot. So my plan was to do an 8 rounder. Stevie was going to put me on as the main event doing an 8 rounder. Um, but that show cancelled. And then 2 or 3 occasions I was supposed to fight in Aberdeen a couple of weeks later, but then the opponent we had took on another fight opportunity, so that left me short again. And then just out of the blue, Stevie said, "Right, do you want a title fight?" And yeah, we just took this opportunity in the state. Obviously, I'm the first ever boy from Inverness to be fighting in Inverness for a title fight, you know.
I mean, that's
So
history in itself as well.
that's history in itself, you know. First ever professional title fight to take place in Inverness, and it's myself, so that's a big deal.
And it's your first.
I did actually get where the opportunity first actually came from was for me to fight on the Ricky Burns and Ricky Lemon show.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's how the opportunity first came ahead. Me and George, we both got offered title fights.
Because is his fight getting rescheduled for the Scottish title?
Yeah, he's fighting in Alloa in, I think it's 5 weeks' time.
November.
Yeah. So no, that'll be a good fight to watch. Him and Charlie Doig. Charlie's another good opponent, you know. Again, one that I luckily shared the experience with as an amateur, you know. Really nice guy. So no, that will be a good fight to watch. So me and George obviously got offered to fight on the Ricky Burns bill, but Stevie, obviously, since me and George are both his boxers and Dylan and Charlie are both Ian Wilson's boxers, Ian Wilson wanted that whole Scottish build to be a big build up, but Stevie said, "I want one of them on my own show."
And then
so
there's George's one on their show.
Yeah, but I think there was something wrong with George's medical or something. I'm not too sure. So his fight unfortunately got cancelled. So I said to Stevie, "I don't want to be anyone's undercard. If I'm the title fight, I want to be the main boy. You know, as anyone wants to be. You know, you're the title fight. You want to be.
Yeah, you want to be the main man."
But I would have loved to have been on the bill. Don't get me wrong; it would have been an amazing experience. But and like I said, I'm the first ever to fight in Inverness for a title, so I'm going to be fighting at home for that.
Yeah, good stuff, mate. And do you, before I let you go, do you want to thank anybody who's helped you just in your career at this moment in time? Manager, sponsors, just the usual people.
Yeah, absolutely. My employer, Bobby Matheson at Prestige Properties, the amount of time that he's given me off to get my medical sorted and to train, you know, I can't thank him enough. Davey at Amfuren Bar in Liverpool, yeah, again, just always sponsoring me each bout. He's the main sponsor, pays for a slot on the bill. PH Joiners for buying me the kit, my brother for buying me part of my kit. Yeah, honestly, I just want to thank them all. You know, if it weren't for him, I wouldn't be here with all this nice gear and just where I am in my career. And yeah.
Wait, sorry, one more question. Is it getting like showed somewhere, like the fight?
So I think it will be getting shown live on GA on the GA TV channel on YouTube and Facebook. So I'm not sure if you have to have a login or something on that to watch it or be a subscriber. But I did hear it would be live. So get yourself subscribed to GA TV. And yeah, you'll certainly need a box of popcorn to watching me and Arbuckle go 10 rounds, you know.
100%, mate. And I'm wishing you all the best, mate. And the new.
Cheers, mate. That's the one. And the new.
Thank you, mate. And I'll get you on when you've won that belt, yeah, mate.
Absolutely, pal. Absolutely.
Good stuff. Good luck, mate.
Right. Cheers, dude.
Bye.